Sup, nerds? Today we ran into a little trouble getting Norco installed. But we. So, not but. So, what we decided to do was postpone the Norco stream until we could dedicate the full 3 hours to it. And that will take place after we've finished playing our next game on Talking Simulator. And I thought, instead of just scrubbing today's stream entirely, we would play a little Destiny 2 and talk about what went on in season of the Shoot Your Trauma in the Mouth. The season of The Boys Go to Therapy. Where therapy is shooting monsters. Season of the Haunted. How do we feel about that? I feel positively about it. Luckily, I believe my Warlock has done SFA in that season, so here we go. Honestly, I really like where this game is and where it is going right now. Why are you like this? Excuse me while I spend the next 10 minutes fiddling with cables. Now excuse me while I turn on the migraine machine. Brace, brace, brace. Okay, I'm gonna play this on my Warlock. Oh, I always forget how much better the monitor at the office looks. I need to upgrade my home monitors, I feel. Okay, so we are going to look at the containment ritual and sever. Which is... Where is sever? They're on the moon, right. Shows you what I'm good at. Okay, what I'm going to do first is go to the tower and get bounties, because there's always things that we can be doing in Destiny And bounties are a way of tracking weekly progress and getting slight rewards for mutilating your loadout. What I really need to get is a full set of corrupting echo gear, because it has a perk called Artifice Armor. Oh right, I'm wearing all gold because of a thing someone told me to do? I forget now. It was some kind of awareness thing. Someone came into stream and asked me why I wasn't wearing gold. Then they explained it, and it made sense to me, so I decided to do it. Childhood cancer, that was it. They want me to use a sidearm, and a submachine gun, and a grenade launcher that are stasis. Well, that's inconvenient to me. But I think we can handle all of that. Luckily, I have a submachine gun that needs to get leveled up. And sidearm. Oh, no Jaces in the arena store today? Lasai. Is there an SMG I could be leveling up? I suppose Osteostriga as well needs levels.
All runs together, doesn't it?
And stasis grenade launcher. I'm pretty sure I have one of those also that needs levels on it. No, that's an arc grenade launcher. Do I even have a stasis sidearm? Oh, well, this SMG is stasis. That can handle things. And then I can just use something else. I think Trespasser might need a masterwork.
I won't forget everyone we lost. I won't.
Or a catalyst from use, as might something else. Not important. This doesn't need to be all. This doesn't need to all be threaded together, Cameron. This is all part of the Destiny experience.
I can work with this.
I guess we'll be on
All
Arc.
runs together, doesn't it? Maybe this.
Let's see if Zavala has a general walking around bounty for Vanguard stuff.
Are you ready?
I have a question because I haven't been playing very much recently. Where is the armor set for Warlocks that has like the spiky halo? And like a veil? Lost Sectors? Really? Oh, is that a new exotic? Oh, okay. Seasonal exotic. Gotcha. Okay. So what we need to do is, I believe we go to the Castellum. Or Containment. There it is. Let's go to Orbit first and see exactly where we are in this. Is that the one that improves arc traces? Or was that last season's? Ionic traces. Okay. Explore the Leviathan, do Nightmare Containment. Okay. let's actually just explore the Castellum so I can show you around this space a little bit, because I thought this was cool. In year 1 of Destiny, the endgame content, the 3 raids for Destiny Year 1, were all on a giant living spaceship called the Leviathan. And the Leviathan was the prison for the exiled Cabal Emperor Callus. Prison / pleasure barge. And Callus is not a good man. Callus is a bad dude. Catch. What I'd like to do is, in fact, just go and explore. Anyway, stuff happened, and the pleasure barge disappeared. It went away. And now it's come back. Why is a prison also a pleasure barge? I assume because Cabal Emperor has become accustomed to a certain standard of living. And this also all used to be very pretty kind of solid gold rococo. Did I say very pretty? I meant very tacky. It was hideous. And now it is covered with this mung, which is called egregore. Now, if you go and look up what an egregore is, it is kind of like a medieval understanding of a meme.
Do you feel that?
Like, that's not precise, but it's like within the ballpark. And the egregore spores seem to feed on darkness in a certain way. Why do they do this? Why shouldn't they do this? I'm actually unsure what region of this thing I haven't explored. But this is fun and I'm enjoying it. Do we know why this is called egregore? I actually haven't found out. It's possible it's contained in one of the lore books.
We must find a suitable offering from among the resonant materials of the Leviathan. That should cause this nightmare to disperse.
Because these were also present on the Drifter's ship. The, what is Drifter's ship actually called? I forget now. The Derelict. That's it. Thank you, Foxmar. Hey. If you're expecting any kind of coherent explanation for what's going on, I'm afraid you've come to the wrong stream. How many healths do you have? It's too many. How is Destiny right now? I think it's pretty good. Yeah, you can have builds that do things right now. Not that I do that, but, you know. So we went from this season, Season of the Haunted, which dealt a lot with repressed trauma and how you come back from either perceived or real failures, and how you deal with the past or the self you may have been before you were your current self, and how you integrate that with yourself. To Uncle Drifter takes us on a pirate adventure. Sorry, an electric pirate adventure. Okay, we have explored around enough. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You know, you have kind of a series of heavy seasons, and then you can have stuff that's kind of fun. Debrief with Eris at the helm. So I think there's a relevant question to be asked about how you handle how you deal with heavy or complicated or difficult subjects in a game that is largely about clicking on the heads of space monsters. And how do you feel that it's not just... How do you craft an experience that is not that does not feel like you are just clicking on space monster heads and then getting a cutscene as a reward? How do you make it feel like you are actually accomplishing the thing that you are supposed to be doing? The Leviathan has become an extension of the lunar pyramid, channeling feelings of shame and regret into reality, Eris explains, adding that the nightmares were originally a product of the lunar pyramid's security systems. Eris fears, with the Leviathan acting as a point of resonance, the nightmares could spread to Earth or elsewhere. She is also concerned about what Callus is planning to do with the pyramid. Eris shakes her head. Crow was unprepared to face his own demons when we attempted a severance. She explains that she will help guide Crow so that next time you venture into the Leviathan's depths, he will be ready. But growth takes time, and Eris requests that you use yours to continue battling Callus's forces and collecting nightmares for containment. Okay. So as you can tell, I did not do much of this, but we can collect Figments of Darkness by doing previous season stuff, which we are still allowed to do. Scout Rifle, Trace Rifle, Solar Ignition, Scorn. So it wants Scout Rifle. Well, we've got a Scout Rifle. It has Osmosis. It wants Trace Rifle. Well, we've also got a Solar Trace Rifle. So I feel that they've actually done a reasonable job of repairing a lot of the FOMO that existed in previous seasons. How do Warlocks do solar ignitions? I forget. I will look it up on my character. Scorch. I think we build up Scorch stacks? Yeah, Scorch stacks go boom. Snap build is the way to go. Okay, they explode. Okay, we can just do it with our super, but I want to say there was a figment that made scorches of stacks of Scorch explode. That is already implicit if I had simply read the tooltip. Okay. Spread Scorch to... Yes, good. I would like instead... There. You know what? I'm going to clear these. Solar Ignition, Spread Scorch. Good. Uh, defeating targets with solar ignitions grants grenade energy. Good. Then we want... Actually, I like having Icarus Dash. Or not Icarus Dash, Phoenix Dive. Come back faster. Increased area of effect, or more scorched stacks. Do I want Celestial Fire or Incinerator Snap? I mean, Incinerator Snap has a shorter cooldown. More Scorch but shorter range? Okay, let's do that then. I kind of like Sunbracers. Ooh, what was this cantata? Rabbit. See, this game has become so... There are so many, like, involutions and convolutions, and it's really, like... You can really sink your teeth into it if you want to. Like, there's so many ways to fine-tune things. That is... I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. It's like 80% of a great roll. It's not there, though. Yeah, like Rapid... This could be a fun synergy. Honestly. And let me just look at what my thing was. And then I believe at the table, we can have a look at what previous season's criteria were to get our seasonal stuff. Or has it been moved to... And where do we get opulent keys? seasonal challenges window under the past. Brain, 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 brain. We were just... Yeah. There it goes. I have not been very diligent in the last year. Okay. Tier 3, glaive or sword final blows. Grief, raid. Okay. These are all doable. Opulent keys just drop on the Leviathan? Okay, thank you very much. So this is a fairly standard gameplay loop. We go and we do the seasonal group activity for a little while, and then we go and do the seasonal solo activity, which is where you will have story progression. And it's fine, right? You can do this weekly in an hour or two, I usually want to say. Just gonna grab my Edge of Intent, which I think I have never used. Oh, LOL. Overload champions. Oh, somebody's using Divinity. Super handy. I'm helping. That is pretty funny, isn't it, Eris? She's having fun.
Nightmares rise, and the harvester stirs to life, yearning for their pain.
It's the Vanguard bow that can roll incandescent, right? Boo. Okay, I think that was several ignition kills. Come on. There we go, preserving our heat rises. Ow! Brownie points. I am super excited to get to reveal an entire Warhammer deck. I dragged out a couple of books, a couple of older books that I had lying around, for no reason. I decided to show a little old hammer. Hopefully I get most of my lore right. There was one thing I was wrong about, but you have to understand that a lot of my understanding of the lore comes from a time where a lot of Warhammer stuff came with the understanding that, nothing had been decided yet, and now there are simply 45 novels dedicated to every single aspect of the lore that used to be not well understood.
A powerful nightmare has risen near you.
Okay, now that we've done that, we can team up with Crow. What I would really like to get is my, oh god, the hand cannon. Pattern. Crafting pattern. Maricat, the Warhammer novels Ostringer, yes, that's it. The Warhammer novels in the last decade or so have been the result of very coordinated work by the various authors who meet with each other, and there is someone who, is the overseer for all lore. And so at least the Horus Heresy novels have been very consistent, right? Like they're working toward, they have a plan for the entire thing. So it works. Well, that was worthless. Do I have a stasis grenade launcher? Clearly I do. Okay, so we've done the seasonal activity, and now we get to go and do a quest called Sever. This one is called Shame. What is that going to be about? Who could possibly know? But it does want us to do shame with solar subclass and solar kinetic or stasis weapons. We have that.
Welcome to the Underbelly, Guardians. Your mission is simple, but nonetheless treacherous. Deal our first cut in severing Callus's connection to the pyramid. You both have a route to the severance site, and ritual amplifiers to place. Crow, as above on the Leviathan, so too nightmares will manifest below. Yours takes the shape of Uldren Sov. Endure him.
I remember doing this and getting completely lost.
Amplifier grounds our severance in the Leviathan's connection to the darkness.
Loyalist welcoming party ahead. Maybe I can find a way around.
This is what the Traveler made you for. We're killers. Don't shy away from it.
I don't kill unless I have to.
Right. You only murder the deserving. Like Keitel's scion.
That was a mistake. It was a mistake.
Lucky Saladin owned it for us. Just like Mara always used to.
So, Crow is a new Guardian. And if you aren't familiar with Destiny, Guardians, which is what we are Guardians, are created from corpses that have been resurrected by the Traveler in order to wield the light. Crow was resurrected from someone named Uldren Sov. Uldren was a prince, and kind of a dirtbag. Uldren was violent, disdainful, you know, all that good stuff. Nobody liked Uldren. Oh, thank you, Foxmar. Video games. They're hard. Are you kidding me?
Sounds like
So-
we both hit resistance, Guardian.
That's
I thought
Crow.
They had as much trouble as you. I've seen them work. At least I'm not one and done. You take resurrection for granted. Remember how we begged Mara to save us? To make us awoken as we slipped away from existence? Do you ever stop talking?
Basically, Crow's psychology is dominated by feelings of inadequacy and resentment. Right? Or Aldrin's psychology was made up a lot of, like, dependency on his sister, inadequacy, and resentment of the Guardians. And Crow was resurrected free of all that. Honestly, Aldrin didn't have to be the way he was. Aldrin was crafted very carefully to be the way he was. And so Crow gets a fresh crack at that. And there has been, you know, some interesting writing about why the Traveler resurrects Guardians without memory. Whereas the Darkness, or the Pyramids in particular, seem quite obsessed with the past. And Ikora's theory is that it is so that Guardians are able to do things without resentment. Whereas the Darkness kind of feeds on resentment a lot. Okay, that isn't it. Right, a lot of the Darkness, which is the adversary of our adversary in this scenario, is well, it's resentment and grief and pain and entitlement. And we have to shoot a thing to get through the door, and I never remember where it is. Son of a... So we need to get what is called the egregore link to pass through these barriers. What does that mean? Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's probably fine. Remember how I said the egregore was kind of a medieval understanding of a meme? It's a little more sophisticated than that. An egregore might be thought of as a shared hallucination, a zeitgeist, if you will, an idea that has been brought into being by mutual group consent.
Good. Crow mimics a stoic affectation well enough. But I can tell his nightmare is wearing away at him.
Manual overrides. And we will get chased by this guy while we're doing this, because you can't kill everything that wants to hurt you with force of arms. Sometimes all you can do is flee. So we're looking for those switches.
So, Guardian, the Crow wants to be me, or he's afraid he already is? languish in your miserable limbo of a life, the scorn will drag you into mine eventually.
Those Elixni deserve to rest in peace. What you did to them, I would
The
never.
bobbleheads?
We raised
There's
them,
collectibles in here?
gave them a second chance. I thought you were all about second chances.
Eight of them? One for each week? Or 8 in each room? Each Sever mission has one? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. A collectible. Okay, cool. Okay, we'll come back for this. That's, I think, what we do at the end. Okay, so we came down here. Excuse me. I figured there must be something up here. Why are you like this? This is so cool. I love not touching the wall and just dying anyway. So considering that it kills us when we even get close to it, I'm assuming... No, we can't... Why can't we mantle onto any of this geometry? Why? Why? Okay. You have to turn the electric off. Oh, cool. Is this what we get the wrench for? Big wrench. This is awful. It's hideous. I hate it. Detain the bobblehead. The little moths finally got added? Oh, that's adorable. I mean, it's probably supply chain issues. That would make sense to me. No, this is the same way. Guess not. Place marked on the map is not accessible to us. Oh. It's just merely next to the place that's not accessible to us.
That lifted the lockdown, Guardian. Arc energy is being diverted through a nearby...
Flee!
Where did those Scorn come from?
I told you, our prodigal children returned to their father. Can't you hear them calling? Why did you abandon us? Ow, you're awfully bitter.
Damn right I'm bitter. You had everything, and you set it on fire for her!
You rose out of those ashes. A guardian. Noble. Admired. Even
Ooh.
by her.
Nope. Can't use this. I thought you were solar, but you are not. Hopefully that didn't break it. We didn't use it, we just equipped it. No, here we are back at the beginning. Okay. As long as I didn't get a kill with it? Okay, good. Good news. Excellent. Outstanding. I'm for it. Excellent gameplay decision, Bungie. Spwang. Seems normal. Just out of curiosity. Scout rifle. Scythe. actually what we need is a sniper rifle. And I've already borked this because we need a solar sniper rifle, and I've touched the flag because I'm smart. Well, it seems appropriate to use the Queen sniper rifle here.
I'm ready to finish this. Is this why you push so hard to remember me, little bird? So you could burn Uldren at the stake and prove your independence? It's the right thing to do. I have to. How many failed attempts to do the right thing before you realize our fervor always backfires?
Mara had you wrapped around her finger. Everything I do is because I want to.
Sure. Outcome's the same, isn't it?
You cut out pieces of yourself until there was nothing left of your humanity. You enjoyed it. That's the difference.
Please. You'd swallow all those whiny little morals given the right push. You've come so close already. That's why you run.
I'm not running.
We'll see. Our legacy is calling. Father.
I forget how this is supposed to work. I think we just keep driving Fikrul forward. Good old-fashioned Thinger. It's been a while, Thinger. But I want Thinger. Are you shitting me? See, it's funny, because he just camps the buff you need in order to get him. What is it that Rasputin says about us? There's nothing as persistent as a corpse.
manifests from the Harvester.
Oh, I suppose I could. Maybe just this once. And slam.
I'm losing it.
You can endure this.
Where's Nightmare Thingy? There it is. Ah, good. I didn't need a damaged face anyway. I really need you to not stomp me. I'd like to register a complaint.
He's alone. Just like you were. You can help him, but you just don't. Because it's one more step towards me. It's why you won't help our sister either. After everything Mara's done for us.
I don't want her help.
This isn't a knife fight, Crow. Accept his words. Move through them.
No! No. I'm going to enjoy ripping him out of me.
Try. I'll just burrow back in, over and over until I'm all you have.
Eris, what do I do?
Retreat is not weakness. Breathe. We can try again in time.
Sorry I let you down.
Oh, Crow, sweetie, you didn't let anyone down. This guy, however, the guy you're talking to right now, the guy who is you, and who you're going to have to learn to integrate into yourself, he let everyone down. So in fact, you did let me down. But don't worry about it, sweetie pie. You're, what are they called? A good boy? Nobody's mad at you. Yeah, he gets his GBP. Can trade it in for chicken tendies. Also, I'm kind of amused in the comments for Not a Drop to Drink, how people seem surprised that Silas, who is a self-described very good boy, would know what to do at a kink club. Y'all have some extremely American ideas about what qualifies as an extremely good boy. Is there anything I should be doing around here with my time? Good old Dog Bottom. Dog Bottom! Dog Bottom! Oh god, I'm sorry, I missed the thing. Dog Bottom. You see, back in year one, when this was a raid encounter, you would need to have 2 people. You would have 3 people running in the outside track, while people on the outside activated portals through this barrier by shooting, like you would be able to do a call out for the person on the inside to tell what layer or what row to shoot, and person outside would need to shoot the appropriate one. So there were people who would, one of the call outs was dog bottom. I assure you it's completely legitimate. Glaive or sword, huh? Well, alright then. Yeah, you would shoot everything but the bottom. Any advice on what DLC game parts one should buy if they are just starting Destiny 2? I would get the free stuff and see how it feels. See how it feels before you commit to buying more DLC. Because there will be a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Now. Come on, let's talk.
Come to tell me it's not my fault? Hey, Guardian. I know this is on me. You don't have to feed me any comforting platitudes. I've been running from the truth for long enough. You know, when I first came to the city, I told these little lies about who I was or where I came from. Nothing hurtful, just a few stories to keep a comfortable distance from the truth. To fill in the blanks when I got my memories back. I remembered Uldren did the same thing. He started little rumors, recounted adventures to an audience, planted gossip in Mara's ear just to watch those stories spread. We're exactly the same. Down to the instincts. It's in my blood. I thought I could do this. I thought I could prove to Zavala and Keitel and you and everyone else that I was better than him. But lies... they only get us so far.
Crow is distraught after his confrontation with the Nightmare of Uldren Sov. Being confronted by a manifestation of his darkest fears and greatest failures has crushed his spirits. We're exactly the same down to the instincts that's in my blood, Crow says, unable to reconcile the pain of his past. This is why you hire good voice actors. They can deliver this. He won't be able to perform the ritual of severance in this state. You should seek Eris's guidance at the Crown of Sorrow. I like the little decontamination shower that you walk through. But where do I deposit it?
We need to talk.
This is not a good time.
It's never a good time. I've been trying to talk to you for weeks and you keep dodging me.
I can't. It's not... Amanda...
Should we be
How
listening
long
to
have you
this?
known? How long have you known who you were? We're done. We're done here. I do not have time for this, for you, for anything.
Wait. I was scared. I am scared. People used to kill me for something I didn't... You don't understand!
I cared about you and you lied to me. You wore that mask. You kept secrets from me, pretended to be my friend.
Amanda. I am your friend.
This is a public channel, folks.
I had a friend and you murdered him.
Well, that's not fair, Amanda. By the tomb ship. The dignified visages of Callus.
It appears the situation is far more complex than I first believed. The Leviathan has become an extension of the Lunar Pyramid, channeling feelings of shame and regret into reality. The Pyramid did so as a security system, driving away those who would tamper with it. But what is happening on the Leviathan? This is purposeful. Malicious. As the nightmares on the Leviathan spread, it could threaten Earth and beyond. Callus's bond with the Pyramid endangers all of us. Crow was unprepared to face his own demons when we attempted to sever it. And though I may be able to counsel him through the next confrontation, that will take time. You should return to the Leviathan. Continue harvesting the nightmares and disrupting Callus's plans. We will speak again soon.
I actually don't know.
Perception among the Vanguard that nightmares are like spirits. That they are who they appear to be. This is untrue. They are forged from the darkness and born of your own subconscious fears, desires, and regrets. They have only as much power as you give them. We project our shame on these nightmares and make them real, but they are not inherently evil, no more than the darkness itself is. The nightmares are a weapon, and a weapon can be turned on its creator. I believe I have found a way to do just that. We approached the last ritual of severance the wrong way, attempting to banish the nightmare of Aldrin Sov. But I should have known. Denial is not the way. Return to the Leviathan, Guardian. Harvest the nightmare essence we need to perform the ritual again. And perhaps this time acceptance will succeed where rejection has failed.
Ooh. The Leviathan is a crashed supership. The Leviathan is not at... Maricat, you're not wrong. The Leviathan is, by all appearances, an enormous planet-eating worm. That we have given a little hat. Gets a little hat that is in fact a giant city for Callus to live on. Why are we getting rewards from a mechanical Eye of Sauron? Because that's where the loot comes from. Next question. So we do that again for 8 weeks. Solar ignition, sniper rifle, machine gun. Yeah, because the loot is stored in the eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break, and we will be back and do another one of these activities so we can find out what is going on. What I was going to say earlier was I actually don't know how difficult Destiny is to get into. I've been playing this since year one. I am what I would call an enfranchised player. I usually do day one raid. Well, I've started doing day one raids. You know, apart from the last 2 months, I have been like getting up to Pinnacle every season and, you know, doing my Grandmaster Nightfalls, etc. And having taken a season-ish off, I'm finding it difficult to catch up. I don't know how... Yeah, I would say the new player experience is probably not as bad as Eve, because I can't imagine any new player experience being as bad as Eve. But it's going to be a climb, I think. It's going to be a climb to get in. You have a nice little like 2-hour onboarding mission where you're like, oh, I kind of get how to move around and click on things and what my grenade does. And then it's like, wham! You just... Like, there's a I wouldn't even say like it's a vertical wall. There is like, oh, I get where it's going. And then there is like proficiency with the game up here. And it's not so much a vertical wall as a discontinuity. Right? Like there's even at a vertical wall, there's a line between the two that you can kind of like follow. And in Destiny, it feels like there's just nothing there. But I will be back in 4 to 5-ish minutes, and we will play more. Hello, I am back, everyone. So, we're talking about Severance today on Talking Simulator in Destiny 2. And if you didn't catch all of what Eris told us, what she said is that basically there's a big bad artifact on the moon, and its defense mechanism, its security system, is that it will create these like phantoms, these nightmares, we call them, of things that we have encountered in the past to kind of like shoo us away from it. We are once again encountering them, but now they're less involved in shooing us away from the artifact and being used offensively in some way. And we are seeing that manifest in that they are attacking the operatives sent to deal with it, with their kind of like unexamined or unmanaged traumas of the past. Or perhaps even ones that they felt that they had overcome and dealt with, but in fact have not. So in a roundabout way, this is a season about going to therapy. But it's a therapy where you can like take your problems and blast them. Or cannot, as it turns out. So here we go back into the sandbox activity. And we can see now that Sever is available for us to run, now that we have completed it once. We are going to do the containment activity. Oh, and we got a Nezarek's Whisper. Nay, I say, not this. Yeah, it's in a roundabout way. You can think of it as physical therapy. That's accurate. Maybe using a precision weapon for this kind of work really is not working to my advantage. Here, hold that. Was the sniper bounty in a specific area? Oh. I can solo this. Hold that.
Harvester stirs, hungering for the pain of what was lost.
LOL! Perfect timing. Are you serious? I'm not convinced Well of Radiance is a good match for this build. Oh, uh-oh. I wonder what I did wrong. Why am I so bad at this? Oh, getting precision kills while floating needs to be a dedicated build? Okay. I mean, I suppose that makes a certain amount of sense. I suppose.
Magnificent.
Well, I guess I might as well get rid of Heat Rises then and go with Icarus Dash.
They come screaming from the depths of our collective pain.
What are the weapons with good inherent in-air accuracy?
Did you think it would be that simple?
Sidearms and long-range SMGs? Okay.
A powerful nightmare has risen nearby. Find it and destroy it.
Oh, Ember of Tempering, it's a fragment. Okay. Ugh. This is probably actually not very good boss DPS. Paradoxically. Hold that. No, you idiot. Huh. LOL. I just killed my way outside the cage. Wait, it benefits from Scorch and Ignitions? Really? That's kind of interesting. Pure skill.
Eris, how did you deal with all this? You had what, 4 or 5 of these things haunting you? How did you even sleep?
I do not sleep. I dealt with my demons by confronting them head on.
No, you didn't.
The words
We did that.
are your personal truths. They are your thoughts, fears, and nightmares brought to life.
This is stolen valor, Eris.
Is no more Uldren Soth than you are.
Oh. Thank you.
I do not require your thanks. I require you to be stronger than your fears.
Oh, like you were, Eris? Horse Bucky. You confronted your demon's headshot on. Pleasure Gardens. Which way are the Pleasure Gardens? Dogs? That's baths. I can't see the thing on the ground anymore. That's dogs? Oh, okay. Thank you, Socratic Method and Luminaire P. Axes was the lower one. Man, it has been a hot goddamn minute since I've had to know that. Okay, we need to confront or kill nightmares here without dying.
I feel this nightmare's agony and terror. A moment of death stretched across time. It will only be released by more
One.
violence on another.
No, we didn't get credit for that kill. Oh, had to be with precision for this thinger. Uh-huh. They take reduced damage from guns fired from well? What in the shit? Yeah, from Shadowkeep, I remember that. Alright. Opulent Key does not fit this lock. Yes, speak up. Where does this key fit? Royal pools at the Fit of Greatness. Could I get you to stop shooting at me for 6 seconds?
I feel this Guardian's pain so clearly. The taste of bile in my mouth. The blind hunger for revenge. They want blood.
My shtick? I didn't even know I had a shtick. Hold that. I need you to ignite. Are you ignited? You may have just exploded. pure skill. I liked how Samara was the only, or not Samara, what was her name? The Justicar in Mass Effect 2. Samara was her daughter, wasn't it? It is Samara? I like how basically the only characters in Mass Effect 2 who were romanceable were the ones who had some measure of their shit together. And whenever you approach them, they were always like, Shepard, absolutely not. You're actually my boss, and this is wildly inappropriate. And you would be like, yeah, as a player character, I know that. However, I need Chivos. What a messed up game. Anyway, this is my roundabout way of saying I wish I could have romanced Samara. But she was just like having none of it. At the offset, just having none of it. Yeah, this is an exotic mage stick. Ooh, actually it's basically 4:30 right now. Maybe I should call the stream here for today. But thank you for hanging out with me while I did this. We'll have some concluding thoughts in just a moment. Basically what I want to say about this activity is that I liked it. I thought it was an interesting way of evaluating these problems. I feel that Terry Pratchett had an interesting line about this. I think it was Terry Pratchett when he said, you know, for thousands of years humans have wanted to confront their demons and sought ways of confronting their demons. Until Doom, we had not tried the simple shotgun as an elegant solution to it. And that's kind of, I feel, relevant here. Because it's kind of pointedly, I think it's something the developers had in mind as well when they were working on this. Because we don't, at least as far as I understand it, in as far into the activity as I have gotten, is we never get a damage phase on the Nightmare of Uldren Sov, right? That's not how we confront this kind of problem. This is not how we defeat this monster. We do not click on its head. What we have to do is provide an environment wherein the person it is tormenting gets a moment of peace to deal with it. And, you know, that success, failure in that design goal is debatable. Right, because it does feel like we are doing a bit of an activity between cutscenes where something completely unrelated happens. And that might just be the nature of things. And to their credit, I think the developers were aware of that discontinuity and wanted to try to alleviate it as much as possible. Nominally, the reason that Crow is coming along with us on this mission is that he's also like he's providing support. We're supposed to be like working together to do this, and he's being incapacitated by this nightmare that he's having. So, you know, as is tradition, we have to do the entire goddamn thing ourselves. Well, also, like, you know, we're Chad, Dr. Livesey, sword fighting one-handed while also managing Crow's trauma with our offhand, or Zavala's trauma. It's a tricky thing to do in a game, right? How do you represent going through these challenges with someone and wanting to tackle these themes, because a lot of what Destiny has wound up being about, or has been about this entire time in a roundabout way, is about you know, the nature of good and evil. And one of the facets of evil in this is that it preys upon your obsessions and resentments and regrets and fears. So we need a way in order to video game a solution with that, to that. And this is a video game about clicking on heads. So how do we click on heads our way out of this? At what point have we dealt with our fear and resentment and pain and grief by clicking on enough heads? Can you do that? So, you know, in the Shadowkeep campaign, as Luminaire P in chat points out, we dealt with several different nightmares. We dealt with the Nightmare of Crota, who was a raid boss from Destiny 1. We dealt with the Nightmare of Gaul, who was the main campaign boss for Year 1 of Destiny 2. And we also dealt with the Nightmare of Fikril, who was the campaign boss of the first big expansion, the Forsaken expansion. And we did that by fighting them again instead of repairing our understanding of them. Because I mean, it was kind of a swing and a miss, IMO, if you go back and look at it, right? Like, we learned things about Crota and his relationship with his father that I feel alter our perception of what that raid is, even though, like, the Hive Gods are kind of far gone. Like, we've been dealing with Savathun recently, who is another Hive God, and even in her attempt to, like, be redeemed, or the Traveler's attempt to redeem her, she's still, like, she doesn't really get, like, she's trying to steal the light her way out of this problem. But, like, Gaul also wanted to steal the light, but there was an opportunity there. And I feel that we're coming back on a lot of those themes again and again. Like, we're Destiny is kind of relitigating a lot of them constantly, or revisiting them, or returning to them, at least, right? Season of the Haunted has a dungeon called Duality, where we are helping another character deal with her father, who was a raid boss in Destiny Year 1. Where am I going with this? Basically, I just want to say that these are challenging themes to try to examine inside a game like this. And if you can't have those challenges or those stories be resolved within the gameplay itself, because this is a game about clicking on heads, or occasionally clicking on stomachs, shout out to the Vax, then it has to come through in the writing. And I think the writing does actually do that. But yes, as Luminaire P says, one of the things that has cropped up again and again and is becoming more prominent as the game progresses is that the Guardian, the player character, the Guardian, is different because there is a person on the other side of a screen playing them. Right? Like the certain entities in the game universe are able to perceive that there is someone outside the game with agency. And what's emerging more and more is that is not just an inside joke that the writers have. That is a real thing inside the game. Yeah, Savathun's full plan is I want to be outside the game too. Anywho, we should probably thank subs. So I think I'm just going to do that within this frame. Or no, actually, there is now a procedure for this. So thank you for joining me here on Talking Simulator. We'll be back next week. And we're going to do a sub read, but thank you for being here, everyone.